If I had just 100,000 naira today and I had to start again from zero, I wouldn't just guess. I'll follow a clear plan that I would lay out carefully and follow it squarely. In this video, I'll show you exactly what I will do, step by step, so you can actually follow it. First thing, I am not going to be using the entire 100k at once. I'll split it into 3 parts. 40,000 naira for learning a skill, 40,000 naira for execution, and 20,000 naira for backup. This sounds simple, but the next part is what actually matters. What you do with each part determines if the money grows or it disappears. Let's start with the first 40,000 naira. If I want something long term, I'm going into a digital skill, something like video editing, graphics design, or social media management, because these are skills people are paying for every day. Exactly how I would use the 40,000 naira, around 10 to 20,000 naira for data, and you really need to be online to be able to execute all of this. Remember, we're still talking about the first 40,000 naira, and 10,000 naira for basic tools or apps that are probably going to be needed to facilitate the entire process to make it easier for you, because you're going to be needing tools and you're going to be needing apps. The rest part of that first 40,000 naira for learning resources, where most people get it entirely wrong. They keep learning and never start earning. So instead of waiting to be perfect, I would start offering my services right away, like almost immediately, because you can actually learn and grow in the process while you are at the job, and it gives you experiences. Even if I charge small at first, like 3k, 5k, sometimes you can even charge up to 10k per job. Those are actually small amounts to charge for a start, because you are still trying to gain experience in the job. Because the goal is not perfection, the goal is experience. If I don't want to learn a skill, there are many other options we can actually execute with that first 40,000 naira. And this one can bring cash much more faster. It's a small business. With the 40,000 naira, I can buy fast moving items, things like phone accessories, perfumes, or simple everyday products that people can actually purchase. Then sell them through WhatsApp, Instagram, or people around me. The idea is basically simple. You buy low at a cheaper price, then you sell higher. Whatever you make from selling those products, you reinvest it again into the business. Then the capital base of the business actually grows. Even if profit is small at the start, consistency is what grows the money. Another small business you can start is POS business. This business is very easy to get started. All you just have to do is register with a POS provider. They give you the POS machine, which you can pay between 20,000 naira to 29,000 naira to purchase. Also from that money, you can print the banner needed, a plastic chair, and a plastic table. And remember, with the money for inventory, you can start using that as the capital to commence. From every profit that you make from the POS business, you put it back in as capital to grow that business. Another small business you can start with this money is snacks business. And the snacks business depends on 2 aspects. If you want to learn how to produce it yourself, or you want to buy from those producing already, whichever one you choose to go with, you are going to make profit as well. So the first aspect, if you want to do it yourself, use the money we set aside for skill to learn how to produce snacks. Use the 40,000 naira we set aside for the business to buy raw materials to commence production. You run ads with the money that we set aside for ads. Remember, we are still talking about what we do with the first 40,000 naira. If you don't want to go through the stress or the hassle of producing the snacks yourself, you can buy from those producing it at discounted rates. And the right place to sell products like that are schools, parties, events, and you can even supply to people in shops or outlets. Reinvest the profit you make into the business, and you can grow into something much more bigger. Another small business I can go into is selling pure water in bags. Let me explain this very well. So you locate the nearest pure water manufacturing company that's close to you, because you currently don't have means of transporting the bag, so you simply take bulk orders. Currently, at the time of making this video, some pure water factories are selling the bag of pure water at 300 naira wholesale price, and the retail price is 400 naira. When you buy at 300 naira, you supply at 400 naira. The only competition you're going to be having in this business is with those that have vans that can actually do fast deliveries. But here is how you flip it and make it to your advantage. Dedicate 50 naira from the 400 naira as transportation costs, and your profit becomes 50 naira per bag. You hire transportation, and over time, as you grow and make profits in the business, you purchase your own van, and with that simple ideology, you can start this pure water bag delivery business. Now, there's another plan, content creation. This one is slower, but very powerful long term. I can use the money for lighting, data, and consistency. It won't pay immediately, but if I stay consistent, it can turn into something very big. Now, some people will be thinking about trading. Yes, 100k is enough to start trading, but this is where many people lose everything. They rush. So if I go into trading, I'll start small, learn, and focus on protecting my money first. Trading is a skill, not a shortcut. Now, this next part is where most people fail completely. That's execution. People learn, they plan, they watch videos every now and then, but they never act. They don't act on these things because they never take action. Now, that's it about the first 40,000 naira. With the next 40,000 naira, I'm doing something practical, running small ads. So we're going to be using it to run small ads, buying inventory, or pushing my services to people. The goal here is very simple, to make your first income. And now for the last 20,000 naira, this part is very, very important. important because one mistake can wipe everything out. This 20,000 naira is not for enjoyment. It's not for impulse spending. It's for mistakes. Your safety net. Mistakes will happen. Without a buffer, you are starting from zero again. Let me be honest with you. 100k is enough to start something, but it's not enough to be careless. Most people don't fail because they lack money. They fail because they misuse the little money they have. Don't try to do everything. Pick one part and go all in. That's how you actually grow. If you don't know how to go about starting any of these businesses I just mentioned, drop it in the comments down below and I'll make a detailed video showing you exactly how to get all of that started from scratch. And if you want more real practical money strategies, make sure you subscribe because I'll keep it simple and real. My name is Bliss. I'll see you in the next one. Let's build.